Hey, turn around real quick. Hi. I didn't expect to see you again. I mean, I didn't expect to see you so soon. Of course, I'd see you eventually. I mean, you live in Notre. I also live in Notre. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. But how are you? Oh, I'm always coming this way on Fridays. Once I finish up at Hive, I go home, then head to the park that's 2 blocks over. Not every Friday because, shit happens, schedules get in the way, but most of them, yeah. Well, I mean, except for in the colder months since it kind of gets darker earlier. I'm not great with parks after dark. Huh? Oh, no. My bag is always filled like this. I'm always carrying around random trinkets and items and whatever it is I toss in there throughout the day. I actually cleaned it out though. I did. Ever since that night we met, I felt a little guilty that you could have died because I kept it so junky. I'm sure it'll be messy as soon as I blink, but it's the thought that counts. At least I think. Oh shit, I just realized. I didn't mean to interrupt whatever you were doing inside. I just wanted to say hi. Cool off? Have you been outside for a while now or something? Ooh, a fancy pack matter. Is that so? How much time are we talking about sparing, doll? I know it's hard resisting a good time in the shape of a very attractive necromancer, but I wouldn't want to get you into trouble or something. Why do you have to clarify for if you'll get into trouble if you're not going to? Hmm? Right, of course, sorry. Please continue to explain what happens if you get into trouble, which you won't. I don't know if I like all this pressure that we're putting on this if. I'm not trying to send you away. I'm trying to keep you from getting your ass handed to you. Well, what are you waiting for? I thought you were coming with me, Dollface. What? Doll? Well, I'll have you know, I happen to be a nicknamer. No one's safe if they've known me for long enough. But, I don't know. Doll feels right when I look at you. Does it bother you? Okay, good. I'd want to know if I were pushing a boundary or something. Oh, do you mind pressing the crosswalk? Yep, that. What I do sort of depends on what I'm needing at the end of the week. For example, if I absolutely nailed an exam or something, I usually celebrate by getting something sweet and eating under the tree because of the shade. Versus, if I've had kind of a harder, more stressful week, I tend to bring books and read for a few hours. I guess in general, I just tend to try and be a little self indulgent, treat myself no matter what happens. Can I ask a pack related question? Really? Hey, don't laugh. Any question can always be answered with a no. I will celebrate the inverse if I so please. Anyways, shit, what was I gonna ask? Hold on, let's go ahead and cross first. Oh, so how exactly are packs formed? From what I know, it's not exactly like, family trees or anything like that. Do they work like dynasties? Depends. So is pledging like a physical thing, or hey, don't laugh. Come on, I'm asking genuine questions. So if a majority of pack formation is just based on pledging and stuff, what's stopping a non-werewolf from joining? Boo, customs sound lame. I'm assuming there are some families, though, right? That stick together in packs. You can't really get that with dynasties since you aren't really born a vampire like you are a werewolf. Interesting, interesting. Can't believe I'm getting all this top secret Coulson pack lore. Are you gonna stop me from calling pack customs lore? Good to know. Oh, I think that's a good spot. Oh, okay, you see that tree? No, 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 not the big one. It's like the. Okay, so it is a big one, but you're pointing in the wrong direction, doll. It's that one with the bench underneath. They're just leaves. We can move them. Jeez. Come on, you said you've been outside for a while. You should rest your feet, get some shade. See? There aren't even that many leaves. Also, here. It's not water, but it's at least something cold to drink. Do you mind if I sort of stretch out? I won't put my feet on your lap or anything, don't worry. What's wrong? Are you trying to see the book I'm reading? I can just hand it over, you know. Oh, is it the dark circles? I know they're pretty hard to see in the dark, but I guess they're on display in the sunlight. Nightmares tend to do that to a person, but it helps when Halloween comes around. You know, some people think that healing magic could take care of them, but that's nonsensical because if it could affect things like that, wrinkles and shit would just disappear, right? And even then, I'm not complaining about the way I look, but I. Oh, fuck. Wait, sorry. I'm going on a tangent. Whoops. Did you want to see my book? No? Oh, okay. Hmm? What kind of question? Do keep in mind, we are in public. The outdoors counts. What? What kind of question is that? That's essentially like asking me about my worst work experience. I don't know how appropriate it is to call the people I heal horror stories. I never said no one came to mind when you asked, just said it wasn't appropriate. I promise there's a difference. Okay, so. Hmm. Oh my god. Okay, I just remembered one. Alright, so I don't know if you've seemed to notice yet, but I'm not exactly the biggest person. I'm the shortest in my family, but I've never really cared because I still get shit done. After all, size isn't everything. Now, have you ever tried explaining that to a giant, injured vampire who hasn't fed in days? Oh, I haven't even gotten started, doll. So, there's this day where other healing track students were getting some hands on experience by helping at a local intensive care unit. A vivified one because magic, of course. So we get there, and we're basically meant to be there for at least a few hours. Nothing too wild was happening. With the staff there, too, there's plenty of help to go around. Then, like 2 hours into it, the doors fly open. In walks this giant vampire. He has to, like, duck under the doorway and stuff. He's clutching his shoulder, blood running down his arm. I wasn't actively assisting anyone, so one of the staff members directed him over to me. I get all ready, give him a smile, try to keep him calm. My bedside manner is, like, impeccable. The second he sits down, though, immediately starts shouting and demanding we give him blood. Oh, yeah. See, he hadn't fed in a while, which was why his body wasn't healing itself. It was obvious, not because of his yelling, though. I could see it physically. His fangs had been bared since he walked in, which is uncustomary. Even if it were an intimidation tactic, it'd make more sense for a vampire to wait to bare their fangs so it would have a more profound effect. He was also salivating a lot, so I knew, okay, stop the injury, then redirect him to be provided some sort of sustenance. I patiently wait for him to stop shouting and explain to him that I need to heal his shoulder injury before we can give him blood. Now, doll, for 100 immaculate Nova points, can you guess how he took this simple request? He then proceeds to stand up to yell at me now. I'm laughing because it pissed me off in the moment. So now he's dripping blood onto me, great for my clothes, of course, and by then I was fed up. And so I stand up from my chair, forcefully enough to knock it over, and then proceed to yell something along the lines of, if you're foolish enough to think you're gonna push around a necromancer to get your way and leave here with your body intact, I'd suggest either sitting the fuck down or I'll show you a special brand of magic that will have you begging you were never turned in the first place. Needless to say, he sat down at least. Yeah, I healed him. Pulling my classification out was mostly a bluff. I'm not even allowed to practice necromancy while conducting healing work at Hive. But when it comes to some stubborn vampires, power is what's respected. So I just need to carry myself like I had something to wield. It wasn't exactly the brightest move, though, because I was reprimanded by my professor, who was still there observing our work. But it felt so fucking good to do. What do you mean? Aren't those things that everyone knows about vampires? Oh, well, the things I know about vampires outside of the fraction we learn at Hive, I guess they come from my mom's boyfriend. My mom is stagnant. She just happens to be a stagnant dating a vampire. They've been together for years now. I kind of grew up with him as a constant in my life. I know a shit ton of stuff about vampires because of him. Come on, doll. I think we both know that there's so much more to be learned about me. Even if I tried to summarize, it'd lead to a catalog of follow-up questions. If you want to know more about me, you'll have to be specific. I don't know. I guess neutral. I don't hate the water or anything, but swimming can be kind of a hassle sensory-wise. Why? What kind of event is it? Why would a werewolf pack through a pool party? Oh, I haven't truly heard of the Coulson pack. Alright, doll. I'm game. I'll come check out this event only so I can see what your pack is like for myself. Who's that? Ooh, I bet you're in hot water now. Sorry. I'm being quiet. You call your alpha by their first name? So, did you get caught up in something because of this unsanctioned break? Aw, alright. I hope you know the bench told me that you will be missed dearly. I got it. Text me where the party is, and I will be there. I promise. I know. This asshole did not just say goodbye to the bench instead of me. Nova, you are in trouble now.